y'all, man, with another live Q&A. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully we have another great hour of sports talk. Uh, a lot to get into, man. First off with the Philadelphia Eagles, the Carson Wentz, Zach Ertz drama is now it's continuing to go on. Would it get traded? Where would it get traded to? Um, you're hearing different things every day that goes along. You're hearing something different. So hopefully, man, as an Eagles fan, this thing gets resolved pretty soon, pretty quickly. Because I'm just ready to move forward, yo. Miami Heat are in the middle of a huge 7 game road trip. Started off pretty good, won a couple of games, beat the Rockets, you know, now they lost to the Jazz. They got the Clippers tonight, but apparently the Clippers gonna be very short-handed. So hopefully they could get that W. Um, pitches and catches reporting pretty soon. So looking forward to that with the Braves and everything. Um, LSU basketball won 2 in a row. Beat the who they beat? They beat Tennessee on Saturday. Also, they beat who that was? They beat Mississippi State. They got Ole Miss on Wednesday, so hopefully they could keep everything going on. Let's see. No, obviously, NFL, it's kind of a slow period right now. NBA look like they actually is trying to really put this all-star game together, which I just think honestly is ridiculous. And like I said, pitches and catches reporting for everybody. NCAA basketball kind of getting into the thick of things. And so we got a lot to discuss, man. A lot to discuss. But before I get started, man, it's something I have to say. Something I seen a little earlier that kind of caught me a little off guard, was kind of sad. Um, RIP to Vincent Jackson, man. It's funny with him. The first year I ever played fantasy football was 2013, and Vincent Jackson was one of my receivers on that team. Um, was a very good receiver, big physical receiver. Put up a lot of yards and had a lot of production. With the Chargers. Then he signed that big time contract with the Buccaneers, and he was a solid player. He made some Pro Bowls, man. Just 38 years old, yo. Like that's extremely sad, man. Something that made me sad, something that really caught me off guard, man. So rest in peace to him, especially, considering the Buccaneers just won the Super Bowl. And this happened apparently around the Tampa area. So prayers to him, prayers to his family and his friends during this very difficult time, man. Just wanted to say that before I got started with everyone with the questions and everything. So let's get it. What's up, Zahid Murray? Appreciate you tuning in. Hello, what's going on, yo? Glad you could make it into the live. What's up, Tyler Guthrie? Apologize if I said it wrong. Appreciate you tuning in. R.I.P. V Jackson. Yes, definitely. R.I.P. Vincent Jackson, yo. That's just some crazy news to me, man. Just real sad. What's up, Ray Chronic? Appreciate you tuning in. R.I.P. Vincent Jackson. Yes, R.I.P. Vincent Jackson, man. Gone real soon, man. What's up, my friend Conru Girl? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, my friend, ease up on Princess One. Yeah, nah, man, I had to give it to her, yo. She called me out. She called me out. She said, "Daddy, what you want to do in this Monopoly?" I said, "You sure you ready for the smoke?" And then she said, "I want all the smoke." I said, "All right." So I beat her pretty handily. And she laid up there and she took it hard because, I might have talked a little trash, but I know she can handle it. She good now. We was just watching, before I came up here for the live, we was just watching this show, Secrets of Sulphur Springs, which is a pretty good show on Disney Channel. I was watching that with my daughters, man. That's a really good show. Very interesting. But I had to give it to her. I had to give it to her. My daughters, they know they're competitive. I'm competitive, so they be mad for a little while, but they get over it. What's up, Anay? Mator, appreciate you tuning in. Yo, what's good? What you think is going to happen with Ertz? Where do you think that will get traded? And what about the Heat in their road trip? As far as Ertz, man, I would package him with the Winsdale. Like you gotta add him in because right now I'm not gonna lie, we really not getting as much value back from Wentz as I was hoping and as I thought we would. I was thinking worst case scenario, maybe we get one first rounder for him, but now it seems like teams rather go two twos and stuff of that nature. So for me, I would add Ertz in there, especially if the main teams we talking to are the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. So they are two teams that can use tight end help. The Bears, from the reports that I've seen, they expected to let go Jimmy Graham. They got a young guy, Shaheen, but he's young. He doesn't really have a whole lot of production. And the Colts, they had what our guy Trey Burton was over there, but he was on I think like a 1 year deal or something like that. So I would package Wentz and Ertz together to one of those teams, and hopefully that'll be enough to at least get a first round pick out of it. And as far as the Heat, it's a big road trip. It's a big road trip. We started off. We beat the whatever. We beat the Houston Rockets on Thursday. I want to say that was. And then we had another game set. We lost to the Utah Jazz. Man, the Utah Jazz playing some ball. It was a very competitive game. Then the third quarter, they just really pulled away from us. But now it's like, things are getting a little, hectic right now. So definitely got to check that out, yo. Tonight they got the LA Clippers. Problem is with the LA Clippers, like they don't have no Paul George tonight. They don't have no they don't have no Paul George. They don't have no what's his face? Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Beverly is another one who's going to miss the game as well. So this is an opportunity to get a win. I know last time we lost to them, you know what I'm saying, with those players out at home, but we was missing a few players ourselves. So got to get this win. I think we got the Warriors on Wednesday on the road. Got the Lakers, I think, Saturday night, but they're not going to have Anthony Davis. So it's a chance for the Heat to kind of, I see we one game back at the A spot after a real ugly start. This is a chance right now for the Heat to really get back, into the thick of things and really get into this playoff chase where we belong. What's the plan since Eagles can't get a first round for Wentz? Yeah, I would throw Zach Ertz in the deal. I would throw Zach Ertz in the trade. If push come to shove, you could probably throw like my Andre Dillard or somebody in the deal also. You got to add more people. Like they got to add Ertz, add probably Dillard since, apparently push come to shove, we comfortable with Malata at left tackle. So, you add somebody else in there and see if you gotta look. Wentz has to be gone. Wentz has to, with everything that has happened, we have to trade Wentz. Wentz cannot be back on this football team this season. So it's a good chance that we may have to accept less than what we really want. Me personally, it's like get a first round out of this thing. Even if it's one first rounder, get a first round out of this thing. So me is add Ertz to the package and maybe a lineman, a utility lineman that you don't really need, and see if that could push it up to a first. But if you can't, if you do all that and you still can't get a first, you take your two twos or whatever you take and you just call it a day and you roll with it. But Wentz can't be back on the team though. Like with everything that's happened, we can't bring him back in that locker room. What's up, Sir Nando 27? Appreciate you tuning in. I feel that Stafford trade had an effect on all of them that wanted to trade their QBs. Yeah, you see, the thing is, we looked at that trade and we felt like, word like the report was that Howie was looking for a similar type of package in that deal. The problem is though that it's the Wentz contract. Like you're asking the team to take that contract on. Without that contract, if Wentz was still like on his rookie deal or had a year or years left on his rookie deal, you could have got a first, maybe two first rounders for Wentz. But it's the contract, like it is eating up teams' salary cap, and you consider, and it's of course you could throw the poor production of last year into play, but I think the contract has even more to do with that. Whereas with the Stafford situation was, you know the Rams gave away as much as they gave away because they were giving away Goff's contract also. Like, you see, we're trading Wentz away, but you know they traded Goff away and the first round picks to of course they wanted Stafford, but they got rid of that contract also, where they felt like obviously they got to a point where they felt like Goff was not worth the money that they gave him. Where clearly the Eagles were at the same particular moment right now also. But it's the contract thing. And yeah, it has made things like with Deshaun Watson. Like, I mean, me personally, I think he ends up staying in Houston. I don't think he goes nowhere. I don't think Russell Wilson goes anywhere. The Darnold maybe, but I think the guy that I think Wentz is the one guy that really, really would be gone. I think those other quarterbacks, I mean, Houston, I mean, you should pay more for Deshaun Watson than what a team paid for Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's more talented and he's much more younger. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with you. Like it definitely has made, this whole trade market, it that's hit it with a nice little, effect. Uh, I ain't gonna say your name, but what's going on, yo? What's up with you, bro? How you doing, man? Appreciate you tuning into the live. That's funny. R.I.P. Vincent Jackson gone too soon. Yes, rest in peace to Vincent Jackson, yo. Just a very very sad situation. I seen that early, and I was like, I was caught off guard. I was stunned. Like, I mean, guy's just 38 years old, man. I mean, he's young. He's not even 40. Like that's just crazy, yo. R.I.P. to Vincent Jackson. Yes, R.I.P. Vincent Jackson. Just a very, 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 very sad, sad situation, yo. Texans still aren't taking any calls concerning Watson dysfunctional. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna trade him. I really don't think they're gonna trade him. Which makes everything interesting. Which they're forcing Deshaun Watson to prove to them how bad does he really want to get out of there. JJ Watt is gone now. I could see him going a contender. It would be funny to see him end up with Pittsburgh alongside his other two brothers, especially on the D line with his brother TJ. But yeah, it's a rebuilding situation over there. And what they got to try to sell Deshaun on is that, do you trust us enough to hang around and give up your good years going out there risking injury and all that every play until we figure this thing out? But the problem is these are new people. Like, Deshaun don't know this new head coach, this new general manager. So the trust isn't really there yet. That's something that they got to try to figure out, before this offseason really, really, really shapes in the form. But at the same time, it's like they forcing him to prove to them how bad that they really, really want to go, how bad they really want to get out of this thing. He want to get out of that organization. Hopefully you and your family are being safe with all these crazy winter storms going around. Don't know if your area got hit with anything. Yeah, we actually did, yo. It's funny. We got, like, the roads are closed. They closed down all the roads today. They're gonna be closed again tomorrow. I mean, it's ice everywhere. Like, it's ice everywhere. It's freezing temperatures. It's been crazy, yo. I'm stuck home. I call this the real quarantine. Like, because nobody, even during quarantine, when COVID first hit, man, people still going to work. People still, at least around my area. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but in my area, people that I personally know, for the most part, with the exception of a few, people still got up, went to work. People still did what they had to do. Only difference is they wear masks. Whereas with this winter thing, Nobody could have. Like I looked outside, I could see one of the main roads from my house, and I looked throughout the day, and I mean, it wasn't a car in sight. Like so, yeah. It's prayers to you and your family also, yo. If y'all in that area, man, I know it gets pretty cold. But yeah, appreciate that. But we holding up, we doing all right. We actually spending a little quality time together. You think Hurts will start for your team? Yes, I do think Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm looking forward to it, yo. Wentz was my guy. I banged the table for him over and over again, and you know it's crazy that it is over. But always respect him, wish him well, unless it has a effect on the Eagles. But yes, I think Hurts is our guy, and I'm comfortable with him, moving forward. Off topic, stay warm. It's hella cold and snowy here. Yeah, appreciate it. You too, yo. You stay warm out there too. Yeah, it's cool. I think it's supposed to be like the low is supposed to be like 9, like over here tomorrow. Which is crazy for this area. Like it's crazy. Roads are closed, businesses are closed. Thankfully we got power and everything. I'm thankful for that. Thankful everything's still running. It's just we gotta stay in the house. I went outside just to kind of look around, check my yard, check my surroundings, seen if everything was okay, which it is. Thankfully for that. But yeah, you and everybody out there, y'all stay safe, man. It's cold weather in normal places that ain't that cold. I'ma just say that. It's been crazy. Let's see. Do you think your Braves made enough moves this offseason? Uh, I am a little concerned now with the closer position. We lost Mark Melanson to the San Diego Padres. That was our closer the last couple of years. He did a great job. It's funny that when we made the trades, couple of off seasons, couple trade deadline, not this season but the year before. He was supposed to be the setup guy, and Green was supposed to be the closer, but he came in. He's done a magnificent job at closing. But he's gone. So we did have a deep bullpen last season. So one of those guys are gonna have to step up and be the closer. Um, I love getting Marcell Ozuna back, especially considering that it don't look like, I don't know if that's official yet, but talks is that they won't do the universal DH this year, where you know you're gonna have pitchers batting again in the NL, which I just think is stupid. Um, it was a lot fun last year, a lot more fun last year, which is why we had to make a decision. We couldn't really keep Adam Duvall. We couldn't really pay him. We had to let him go to the Marlins, and we had to, save money for Azuna. It would have been great to keep both of them with the DH. Duvall probably played left and Azuna DHs. But overall, I'm okay. We gotta figure out the closing position, but I feel like we got enough arms in the bullpen where one of them could step up and be the closer. Obviously, the rest of the team is pretty much intact. Soroka probably won't start the season, but I'm looking forward to seeing Soroka, Freed, E. Anderson, and Martin out there as a nice little foursome to go, to this postseason. Whereas we only pretty much had Freed and Anderson last postseason. We got a couple of good starts out of other guys, but really look, we got a good Braves got a really good team. I know it's not, we fell short to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers got better adding Bauer, and they also kept Turner, but get Price back. But I tell you what, I really like this Braves team. I really like my Braves team. Figure out the closer position, and we all right. Let's see. What's up, Roger Hernandez? Appreciate you tuning in. Can we get Deshaun Watson in a trade? Fly, Eagles, fly. I don't think so, for the simple fact that, I mean, I don't think we really have enough. Like, we would have to give them a lot. Like, because it's not going to be just a Wentz for Watson swap. Like, clearly Watson is the better prospect here. They would clearly want Wentz. Um, Maybe who knows? They maybe even Hurts. They may even ask for Hurts. Who knows? Um, but I'm gonna say they'll ask for Wentz. They probably would want like a Miles Sanders or a Dallas Goedert or something like that. They probably would want the number 6 pick. So I just feel like we in a position right now where you just roll with Hurts, yo. You trade Wentz, you get what you could get from. You trade Ertz, you get what you could get from, and then you rebuild with Jalen Hurts. Because if this was a team that was basically just a quarterback away from being able to win the whole thing, then you put all your chips to the table and you make that move for Deshaun Watson. But in our case, we're not just a quarterback away. Like we got, we need wide receivers. We need linebackers. We need people in the secondary. It's a lot of positions that we got to take care of, and we need as much draft capital as we could possibly get. So giving away our picks and our young players for though a really good quarterback, I don't think is the move that we gonna make right now or should make at this point. What's up, Sebastian Gonzalez? Appreciate you tuning in. Who that thought on the Raiders? Favorite LSU player? I hear you. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Thoughts on the Raiders? I mean, I don't know. They apparently they've been accepting calls for Derek Carr, but once again, I don't think Derek Carr is going nowhere neither. I like John Gruden and his coaching staff. They just need a few more players over there. Defensively, they need a bunch of players defensively. you know, Offensively, they could probably use one or two more players. They need a couple of more solid drafts, and then I think I don't know if they could quite beat Kansas City, but they'll at least be, pretty consistent wild card team at least. And LSU, a favorite LSU player is that current or like all time. Like if we talking current, wow. I'm gonna say right now, if we go current, I'm gonna say Keyshawn Butte right now on the team right now because he's from my area. He's from he's from the area that I'm from. He's a freshman, had a great season. So looking forward to that. As far as LSU favorite player of all time, there's a few. I was a big Honey Badger guy. Leonard Fournette. I was a big Leonard Fournette guy back in the day. Kevin Falk, Burt, Jambalaya Joe gonna always be my guy. But for me personally, man, I'm gonna have to go early Doucette because we grew up together. I grew up with early Doucette. We went to school together and everything. So I'm gonna have to say early Doucette. Let's see. What's up, Chance Foster? Appreciate you tuning in. Eagles should bend 3-0 in 2020 season if it's possible, in my opinion. Should wait, you talking about we should have start 3-0? My bad. I'm a little confused with the question or statement. You could clarify it up for me a little bit. LSU University is an ice rink, bro. Yeah, it's cold, man. It's cold, man. Like it's crazy. It's unnormally cold, in this whole area, yo. It's real crazy right now. What's up, Mary Martell, my friend? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Dugai, what's good? What's going on, yo? Glad you could make it into the live, yo. Stay safe, Dugai, and the people in Louisiana. Appreciate it, yo. Appreciate it. Definitely, man. Hope we got to it. It's cold, but we'll be all right though. But it's really cold, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. What's up, Ethan Crunchfield? Appreciate you tuning in. Do you think we can bring back Kimbrel? That's a good prospect there. I remember we actually was looking into him a couple of years ago. Then he ended up going to Chicago. Clearly, we familiar with him. We had him back in the day. If we could make that work, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that if the numbers could fit. I'm okay with that because I feel like right now we got all our position players obviously intact with the re-signing of Zuna, which I love that re-signing. That guy is amazing. I just felt like he brought a whole, not only with his bat, but he brought a whole swagger to this team. Yeah, I would love to see Kimbrel back, yo. That would definitely be something that we can do it. If like I said, if the numbers work. I know he's been paid handsomely, though I know he's a little older than he been in the past. But I would love to see if us bring him back. But worst case scenario, I feel like we do have some people, in the bullpen that they worst case scenario they would be okay at least trying out. Where would the Golden State Warriors be if Clay was in the lineup with Curry going off like he been? Um, they would be up there around. I said they would be like around where Phoenix is, like that 3-4 seed. Of course, the Jazz been amazing this year. Lakers, the Lakers gonna be up there. Clippers obviously are up there. I would say they'll be around that 3-4 seed if they had Clay this season. Who's the real GOAT in the NBA? I think Kobe, bruh. I go Jordan. Like I go MJ. 6 for 6. It's something obviously that could be debated, but for me is whenever 6 for 6 would do it for me, yo. Um, but I tell you what, yo, LeBron got a chance to get to catch his six. Now I know some people gonna be like, well, he's still not the GOAT because he lost in the finals. Well, or some people gonna be like, he is the GOAT because he caught Jordan, especially if he surpasses Jordan and gets 7. I don't know if he gonna play that long. He's at 4 right now. I think he could at least get 1, 2 more with the Lakers. Um, but a lot of people gonna say LeBron if LeBron wins a couple of more and catches him at 6. But me personally, I go MJ. I go MJ all day. What's up, Chris Smith? Appreciate you tuning in. Go Falcons, go Roll Tide. Go Roll Tide. I hear you. Hey, all respect to y'all, man. What's up, Title Man 24? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, bro? Hope you're doing good. Also, RIP Vincent Jackson. What's going on? Glad you could make it in. I'm good, yo. Appreciate it. Hope you and yours good also. And yes, RIP Vincent Jackson, man. Just a really, 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 really sad situation. So young, man. 38 years old, man. That's just crazy. What's up with Nada Ricks? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Duga, I don't want a package deal for Ertz and Wentz to go to the Colts or Seahawks. They will destroy us. Please, who can we get to keep this team striving? I'm sorry, yo. I hear you, but like right now, I feel like we held on to the rope probably a little too long. This team got to start over. I know it stinks. It stinks that we to that point, but this team got to start over. But look at it on the bright side. We kind of was in a similar situation. Not Dougie P. Chip Kelly's last year, where we didn't bottom out like this, but we kind of bottomed out. We kind of was left with not a whole lot of talent like that. And the one thing that I'll say about Howie that gives me a little bit of hope, though people know how I feel about Howie. Howie seems to be better at, you know, building a team as opposed to keeping a contender together, because he felt the pressure of trying to win, like, oh, let's give Alshon what he want. Though Graham had a great year, but Graham is making a lot of money for a defensive end that's north of 30 years old. Giving a lot of these guys big contracts, older players. So hopefully he'll do better as far as, rebuilding. But we gotta let Wentz go. We gotta let Ertz go. I know it sucks, but we have Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert gonna have to step up. Clearly, I think what we do have, though Frank Wright does like the 12 personnel a lot, the 2 tight end packages, like we've ran a lot, obviously. So clearly we're gonna have to probably get another draft a tight end later in the draft or sign a veteran or something like that if we're gonna continue to run the 12. If Nick Sirianni runs 12 personnel like his predecessor Frank Wright did, then we're gonna have to get another guy. But it's time for Dallas Goedert to be the lead tight end in this team. Like, he has top 10 tight end talent, but what made Ertz so great is that Ertz with the exception of this year, Ertz had the production. So Dallas gotta go out there and you gotta start putting that production out there. But we gotta we I know I hear what you're saying, but it's at we at a point now where we gotta start over. Like we gotta start over and we really gotta start getting everything cranked up right now. Oh, what's up, Yankee the Wolf? Appreciate you so much for the super chat, yo. Do you wish the 2010s dynasty lasted longer? Yes. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. I tell you what, I was talking with one of my good friends about that about a few months ago. After matter of fact, it was after the NBA finals, after we lost to the Lakers, ironically to LeBron James and the Lakers. I was saying, this run that the Heat was on was fun, because nobody seen it coming, nobody expected it. The way we knocked off Milwaukee, the way we beat Boston, nobody expected that, and it was fun. But it was something about being the top dog and everybody wanting to knock you off. Like those 4 years was a blast. Knowing like every year basically we in the NBA finals. That was fun. The 05, 06 was solid. 06 was great, obviously winning it all. We were one of the teams on the short list expected to do something. But man, when we had Wade, Bosh, and LeBron, those 4 years in the finals, basically knowing how bad it get, no matter how bad it gets in the regular season, we worst case scenario go be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Though that was fun. I missed that, and I did wish it would have lasted longer. But I mean, apparently word around town, LeBron had problems with management. We didn't really give in to him as much as other organizations gave in to him, and clearly with the unfortunate situation with Chris Bosh and the blood clots, it is what it is. But I'm appreciative of this Heat. I feel like if this Heat team could add maybe one more piece or two, we could we're not gonna be a dynasty like that. But I feel like we could make another run at a finals appearance, in a year or two or whatever. But yes, I do definitely miss that run. But last year was a lot of fun, especially coming out of nowhere like we did. What's up, Amari Thomas? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugai? How we need to listen to my traps? I agree. I completely agree. Do you know if Howie would have just did what these so-called experts said to do, we would have been better off? Experts told us to take Justin Jefferson in the first round last year. I'm sure experts would have had us taking DK Metcalf over JJ Ortega Whiteside a couple of years ago. So I'm with you. Like Howie does need to listen to mock drafts. They would do a lot better right now. What's up, Jose Fernandez? Appreciate you tuning in. Fernando, they'd be a top three. I'm assuming you're talking about the Warriors situation. Yeah, they'll be up there about that, that 3-4 seed, in my opinion. I agree with you. My Falcons need everything. I mean, they could use a little more O-line help. They could use a running back because I just don't think Gurley. I mean, man, like that's funny with these running backs, man. Like how they be so on top of the game and then all of a sudden they just fall off. Like I just find that fascinating. Like, like Ty Gurley was one of those guys. Like, I mean, he gonna be out the league in a year or two, yo. They need some pieces, but they got some nice young pieces also. I don't know, Julio Jones clearly could still play, but I don't know if they're trying to move him or not, going a different direction. Matt Ryan got another year or two in him that's solid. Though I think Atlanta should take a quarterback right in this draft. Defensively, they need some stuff. I hear you, but they got a couple of nice young pieces. Calvin Ridley, I think, is a really good young receiver. Deion Jones, my LSU boy, is a really good linebacker. They got some pieces, but clearly they do got work to do also. The Giants are a 3-13 dumpster fire next year. The Eagles are 5-11 dumpster fire. Man, don't tell me we're gonna have another 7-win team win this division, man. Somebody in this division gonna have to man up, you know what I'm saying, and win 10 games. Like somebody in this division gonna have to man up, you know what I'm saying, and win 10 games. Because we can't keep having these 6, 7 win teams, you know what I'm saying, winning these divisions, winning this division. I think football team might be good. This is the problem with them. Apparently, nobody in this division goes back to back. Um, no matter how good you are, no matter how good you set up, seems like nobody wins the division 2 years in a row. So that already would eliminate the Washington football team from winning this division. What's up, my guy Lenny D? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. What's up, Mr. Dugas? Just poking my head in to see what you been busy with the new job, but Eagles got to get this situation fixed. We either trading wins or we not. Mr. Dugas. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. First off, shout out to you with the new job, man. That's what's up, man. Keep doing your thing, yo. Yeah, we gotta trade him, yo. The thing is though, the longer we wait, unfortunately, I think the worse of the deal is. That's why this thing has to happen as soon as possible because I do honestly believe the longer we wait to trade Carson Wentz, the less we gonna get in return from. And that's just the unfortunate thing about this. Let's see. Watch how we draft a nobody receiver or whoever we draft. Fun fact: Cowboys were the only team in the NFC East not to beat a playoff team. Well, that's how Dallas do every year. Y'all know Dallas don't never beat nobody worth beating. Like y'all should know that about them. I just hope you're wrong, man. Like I hope you're wrong because we need this draft. We desperately need this draft to be a good, solid draft where we get some, especially the whoever we take at number 6. That guy gotta, you know, if anything, I ain't saying it would be nice he be a Pro Bowl or something like that, but worst case, he gotta be a contributing player. Somebody that's a day one starter, that's a really good contributor, yo. Y'all need to use Miles Sanders more. He y'all best player. I completely agree. And that's one of the reasons that our former head coach, Doug Peterson, is no longer the head coach because he just I don't know what it was with him. He just did not believe in using Miles Sanders as much as he could have used him. Miles Sanders is a game-breaking running back, got a lot of talent. Though he didn't catch the football as well this year as he did, you know, his rookie year. That's something that was a little disappointing about him. I see him as one of those really, really good run and catch running backs, which he still could be. But yeah, the new coach, hopefully Sariano comes in and gets him the football more than he's been getting his first 2 years in the league. Really enjoyed the radio show the other week. You really have good sports knowledge. Have you ever thought about doing sports talk as a career? Appreciate that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that in the kind words. Yeah, I've thought about it. You know, got a lot of things going on right now. You know, if it's in the will of the Lord, you know, things are happening, then I'll kind of get into that. But yeah, I've thought about it. It's something I've looked into a little bit, but clearly got a ways to go. But thank you so much for that, yo. What's up, Saman709? Appreciate you tuning in. Are the Steelers rebuilding? Big Ben is barely a starting QB. They have no cap space with players in contract years. The Ravens and Browns are rising up. I will say this. I do agree with as far as the Ravens and Browns are going up. I mean, even the Bengals. I know they had a bad year, but they got a young quarterback. They keep him upright. I feel like they got a chance to compete. But I don't think the Steelers are rebuilding just yet. I don't know you telling me they don't have money. I was gonna say I don't really know what their salary cap situation is right now. I think that they should definitely. I don't think that they're gonna re-sign Bud Dupree. I think that they should definitely, especially with unfortunately for him coming off of an ACL injury. Um, I think they're gonna take a hard look at JJ Watt. I think they want to pay. I think they're gonna go one more year to really try to win this thing. If they could, they'll add a veteran running back like a Mark Ingram or somebody like that. I don't know if they really break the bank on a guy like Aaron Jones, or maybe they go in the draft. Maybe they take like a Najee Harris or somebody like that late in the first round. They need a running back that they could, because Pittsburgh, as we know, Pittsburgh is not like Pittsburgh to like not run the football. So I think they take a running back. They got some really good wide receivers, even if they lose Juju Smith-Schuster, which I think they will lose him. I don't think they pay Juju neither, because they got a lot of young receivers over there, and clearly they're gonna want to at least pay one or two of those guys. Plus, Pittsburgh has been known notoriously, with the exception of like Antonio Brown, they've let high-priced wide receivers walk because they do such a great job of developing wide receivers over there. Like, you look over the years, all those wide receivers Pittsburgh had for the most part were homegrown. They were draft picks. And they all ended up being very, very, very good, very, very, very productive. So I don't think, like, you look at a guy like Mike Wallace back in the day, and they let him walk, and he was never the same player he was, when he left Pittsburgh. And then you look again, they end up getting they draft Antonio Brown in the 6th round. And he ends up being probably the best receiver in the league at the time when he was in Pittsburgh. So for me, it's like, I think they still got Big Ben going to retire. I know they're losing Pouncey. Pouncey's retiring. But if Ben comes back, I know he kind of mentioned he only came back because of Pouncey. But if Big Ben comes back one more year, I think they're going to go one more year and really try to win this thing. I don't think they're quite rebuilding yet. Dallas tanked the Thanksgiving game when they did the fake punt and let Washington score 21 points in the fourth. I don't think they purposely tanked it. I just think that they was just being stupid. Like, I think in they stupid minds, they actually thought that thing was gonna work out. How's a full 11-1 team's offense better than a 6-10 team's offense? I hate the Giants more than Dallas. Now that's saying something. R.I.P. Vincent Jackson. Yeah, that is saying something. Though I will tell you, man, for a few years back in the day, like, the Giants were a much bigger rival to us than Dallas was. Back in those Strahan days and all that. Like, like late 2000, the late 2000s to early 2000 teens, they really were our big rival. But yeah, I wouldn't pay them no mind, man. They over there crying with a 6-10 record that we didn't let them in the playoffs. I'm like, okay. But yes, and also R.I.P. Vincent Jackson, man. Yeah, it's real sad news, man. Very, very sad news, man. Such a young guy too, man. What's up, Brandon Reese? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, what up, Mr. Dugard? Which NFL QB are you interested to see where they end up playing next year? Uh, well, for me, it's Carson Wentz. Like, for me, it's Carson Wentz. I don't think we'll have as much movement as people think, man. I don't think we're gonna see, man. My gut tells me Deshaun Watson is not gonna get traded. But we'll see. I know there's talk about Russell Wilson. I don't think he going nowhere. For me, obviously, the biggest one I care about is Carson Wentz, because I want to know, we will trade him, and I want to know what we get in return. So it's like, so I can start looking forward to this whole new rebuild we about to do. So for me, it's Carson Wentz, like, by far. What's up, Roman George Jr.? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugal? Who you think for LSU at safety? I'm excited about all three that we just got this recruiting year. Well, for me to be a little biased, man, it's Sage Ryan, man, a guy from Lafayette, from LCA. Explosive athlete, great instincts. I feel like he's definitely a day one guy. I know we got Mo Hampton back, we got Ty Harris back, but I feel like Sage Ryan is going to be on the field a lot as a true freshman. So he's the guy out of order, at the safety position. I'm very, very excited to see. Because, and with all due respect to Ty Harris and Mo Hampton, man, they're not quite like the Grant Delpits or the Jamal Adams or those type of guys that come in and make just, are very, very explosive, dynamic players. They're good, solid players, but they're not dynamic. So Sage Ryan has a chance to be very, very dynamic. So I'm really, really looking forward to to seeing him out there. What's up, Miss 35? Appreciate you tuning in. Can you ever talk yourself into thinking Carson's 2017 season was fraudulent? You know what's so funny? I can't you know, man, this has to be honestly, and I'm not joking here. That's a great point because I know what I seen that year. What I seen that year was Mahomes-esque. Like just the Carson Wentz had at least 2 to 3 wow plays like every game. He looked very cerebral. He was big, strong. He was mobile. He was never the most accurate quarterback, but he was streaky. Like whenever he would hit a couple of passes, he would get hot. Like he would get real, real, real streaky. And you see what hurt Carson Wentz was that when he had that knee injury, he was never the same quarterback because he lost a lot. Though he has some mobility, right now Wentz is more of a lumberer than a mobile quarterback. You see, back then Wentz would take off a lot for like 10, 15-yard runs. Whereas now, he may lumber for, he may get a 10, 15-yard run once in a blue moon, but now he lumbers for like 5, 6, 7 yards. And what made up for his lack of pinpoint, I'm not even going to say his lack of consistent accuracy. What made up for the lack of consistent accuracy was his playmaking ability, his ability to get out of the pocket, run or throw on the run, and all those things. So it's funny because I know how great he was that year. Now I don't think he's that guy no more because I don't think he has that mobility anymore. But he can't be as bad as he was last year. That's the thing. But by Howie drafting a quarterback in the second round after he just gave him the big contract, and the fact that Hurts was able to get on the field for a few games during toward the end of the season, and the fact that this team really was a 4-11-1 team and has to rebuild, you got to go along with Hurts. So it's I'm not comfortable. Like as far as I know, a lot of my fellow Eagle fans, they want to bash Wentz or they want to throw Wentz to the fire or say you see he sucks or he was never good. I mean, look, I bought the guy jersey. I was a huge Wentz supporter, but I am wise enough at least to understand the circumstances and know that it is time to move on. And trust me, I'm excited for Hurts because I know that Hurts his ceiling is high, and Hurts is going to continue to get better and better and better. And he may not be as stubborn as Wentz was, but I can't say that year was fraudulent. I think that's really who he was. I just feel like, with him getting this knee injury, he's not quite the same mobile guy, what I'm saying, that he was before that injury. Let's see. You could probably go 4-5-5 and 3 touchdowns against our defense last year. Yeah, probably so, yo. Probably so. Had to step away for a second. Have you talked about the Cowboys questioning the health of Prescott's ankle? Couldn't find the round table you told us to check out last week. It's not on your channel. Yeah, well, you talk about the one that on the radio show or the one with Phil and Mike. Well, with Phil and Mike, go tune into the Philly Talk podcast, it's on YouTube. You'll be able to find it. I'm gonna try to share a little link of it also. But you know, Dallas, as far as Dallas, they're just a mess. Now, I'm gonna say this. I think they will keep Dak. Because I think they seen how, though they had a couple of games where they won, they seen how valuable he probably is. to the team. Though I will say this though, also, now that I'm thinking about it, also at the same, I know I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit. Carson Wentz and Jared Goff not helping his cause. Like, I'm gonna say that though. Like Carson Wentz and Jared Goff are definitely not helping his chances of getting the big contract with Dallas that he wants. Because Jerry Jones or whoever at the negotiating table could say, look what happened to Carson Wentz when he got his money. Look what happened to Jared Goff when he got his money. Two guys in the same draft class as Dak Prescott. Plus Dak, you coming off of an injury. You wouldn't really winning like that before you got hurt. But now you coming off of an injury, so what's up? Like, what you expect us to do? But I do think that they ultimately gonna give him something though. Like, I do think they will. I think they throwing it out there, but I think they're gonna give him something. Because I don't think Jerry Jones want to deal with the public backlash of the fan base in Dallas, because now it's become, because of his unfortunate ankle injury, it's become really a sympathy contract now. Like, people want him to get a sympathy contract because he played on a franchise tag instead of holding out. Like I said he should have held out when Zeke held out, and I felt like he would have had his money. He had Jerry Jones. He had all the leverage because Jerry did not have a veteran slash solid backup quarterback he could have go to that season. Plus Dallas coming off of winning the division, they felt like that they had a chance to go. A lot of people was predicting them to go to the Super Bowl, which I laugh at every time that happens, of course. So I felt like that's when he had, all the leverage, but he was a company man. He was a company man, so he did what the company asked him to do. And Zeke got his contract. He didn't get his. So now he's in real danger of not getting his contract. But I think, basically off of sympathy purposes, they're gonna look out for him and give him his contract. Let's see. What's up, Crimson Brave? Appreciate you tuning in. When we play Florida at the Swamp, I'll be sure to bring a shoe up there and throw it at there, mother if I go. Bama got a basketball team finally. Nate Ozier too. Dan Mullen, clown always has been. I'm gonna say this about Dan Mullen, man. He has got a little arrogant and cocky since he got at Florida. I didn't really pick that up on him at Mississippi State like that. I actually, of course, I want to beat him. He's a rival, but I didn't really get that arrogance and sense from him like that. When he was at Mississippi State. But he has got a little cocky and a little arrogant and he's acting like he done won something over there when he never won anything. So I'm with you on the Dan Mullen thing. And that shoe situation gonna be something that player and Dan Mullen gonna have to just deal with for many years over there in Florida. And yeah, I mean, Bama got a good basketball team, man. I gotta give it to him, man. I like that coach a lot. He has a good offensive system and he stresses defense. Though LSU has looked better the last couple of games. Before that, I was really getting very disgusted with Will Wade. I felt like he wasn't out there coaching enough. He's out there with his arms folded and just letting them players go out there and do whatever they want to do out there. What's up, Terrence Dumas? Appreciate you tuning in. What up? What's wrong with the Miami Heat? Actually, we're starting to do a little better now, yo. I think we finally starting to get healthy. Spo has done something that I've been wanting him to do for the longest. He finally done it. Got Tyler Hero not starting at point guard no more. Has him coming off the bench, which I think, and I get it. We want him to be the next Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, and all that other stuff. But right now, I feel like he's best coming off of the bench, getting buckets, scoring, not running a basketball team, going up against these elite point guards, week night in and night out. So that's helped us a lot more with him coming off of the bench. And of course, with the COVID and all this other stuff hit the team. Now we're not as good as we were last year, simply because we don't have that power forward. Though I'm gonna say this, um, I love I love the fact that Blake Griffin is out there. I would love to bring Blake Griffin to Miami. I don't want to trade for him because Detroit willing if they don't get a trade partner, they'll buy him out unless we send like Kelly Olynyk or somebody over there. Um, we need a forward to play alongside Bam, and Blake Griffin is a veteran, physically athletic, and he could stretch the floor. Now he's had injury problems, but I would like to bring in Blake Griffin, to play alongside, Bam Adebayo. Jay Crowder was bigger for us than we realized because he did it on both ends. He knocked down open threes and he defended with a lot of tenacity and grit. And that's what we really, really missing on this basketball team right now. But I think we're starting to get it together a little bit. Nice game, big game with the Clippers tonight. They missing their big dogs not playing, so we have to win this game. Got Steph and the Warriors show Wednesday. We got the Lakers Saturday with no AD, though they still a very deep, good team, obviously. We got a chance. We one game out of the AC, so we got a chance to really make some things happen and to come back and become a threat back again in the East. Probably not to win the East, but at least get in the playoffs and scare somebody in the first round. Great response on Carson. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's up, Deshante Dupree? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugai? Have you seen Asante Samuel Jr. highlights and who you want at 6? We need certain. I'm with you. I did see his highlights. He got a lot of ball skills like his dad did with us. But I just worry about him being so small. Like he's very, very small, yo. Though he's physical, but he's small, and we got a small corner right now in Devontae Maddox that's just really not working out on the outside. I'm with you. I want Patrick Surtain at 6. Look, I wouldn't be mad if we got Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Michael Parsons, or any of them. But if it's up to me, you could get a good, solid receiver later in the draft. Now I know Howie has a history of screwing that up, but we gotta hope that he finally figures it out, get the right guy late first, or if we get a first for win, so second round. But I want one of these lockdown, shutdown type of cornerbacks that could come in on the opposite side of Slade and hold it down. And then whenever Slade leaves, he's the next guy in line to be that number one corner. Let's see, y'all. I'm gonna take a couple of more, then I'm gonna have to roll out. Let's see. Hopefully we have a normal college football season. I agree. I hope we do also, yo. I can't wait for Sage Ryan to see our former tight end in Florida. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that also. Dan Mullen better win the national championship next year. He's out in Gainesville. He gotta win one soon, man. He up there acting like he done won something. He won one East title and like he think he done won a championship. Oklahoma is going to be a very good team this year. They will. They're going to be back up there, and they're the favorites in the Big 12. What's up, Blue Star Legends 214 hashtag Wireless? Appreciate you tuning in. My Cowboys are a joke, my guy. Fool's gold and all hype, shaking my head. Fans still living off the past. Got to keep it 100 on my team. Hey, I salute my cap to you, man, for being a logical, real Dallas Cowboy fan, yo. Cause look, I love my Eagles, but I'll tell y'all if we a mess. Like I'll admit if we a mess. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to act like people not seeing what they seeing, But appreciate you being one of the real honest Cowboy fans out there, yo. Let's see. I'm gonna take a couple of more. What's up, Tyler Gotree? Eli Rick standing time. Last I heard, he is, yo. Oh man, hopefully he does. That wouldn't be good at all. Last I heard, he's not going nowhere. That it was just rumors. So hopefully that's not true, yo. Let's see. Last one. Who you got between Georgia and Clemson? I got Clemson because I just think they got better quarterback play. Though Georgia does have a lot of talent. But all right, y'all, man. That's it for me, man. Appreciate everybody tuning into the live this week. I greatly appreciate it. Stay tuned for the videos throughout the week. And Lord willing, I'm gonna be on same time, same place next Monday. So yeah, everybody out there, man, we got some bad cold weather out there. Y'all stay warm, stay safe, stay COVID free. Check out the videos throughout the week, and Lord willing, I'll holler at y'all same time next Monday. Until then, God bless y'all. Have a good one.